India's Prime Minister has a packed day in Poland today. The day will begin with a ceremonial welcome at the Chancellery. Later, he will hold a restricted meeting with his Polish counterpart, Donald Tusk, followed by delegation-level talks and joint statements. The Prime Minister will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, after which he will hold a bilateral meeting with President Andrzej Duda. Finally, before leaving for Ukraine, PM Modi will interact with business leaders and Polish influencers. Now, a quick recap of Prime Minister's engagements on day one. PM Modi addressed the Indian diaspora in capital city Warsaw, during which he shared his thoughts on the transformative progress achieved by the country and outlined his vision for a developed India. He also dwelt on India's age-old philosophy of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family, and its contribution to global progress and well-being. The Prime Minister stated that India, following the tradition of Buddha, is committed to peace rather than war. He emphasized that India advocates for peace in the region and believes that now is not the time for conflict.
भारत बुद्ध की विरासत वाली धरती है। और जब बुद्ध की बात आती है तो जो युद्ध नहीं, शांति पर विश्वास करती है। और इसलिए भारत इस रीजन में भी स्थायी शांति का एक बड़ा पैरोकार है। भारत का मत एकदम साफ है। ये युद्ध का युग नहीं है। ये उन चुनौतियों से निपटने के लिए एकजुट होने का समय है, जिनसे मानवता को सबसे बड़े खतरे हैं। इसलिए भारत डिप्लोमेसी और डायलॉग पर बल दे रहा है।
Besides, PM Modi paid a solemn homage at the monument to the Battle of Monte Cassino in Warsaw. This monument commemorates the sacrifice and valor of soldiers from Poland, India and other countries during the Second World War. Prime Minister's visit to the monument underscores the shared history and deep-rooted ties between India and Poland that continue to inspire many. PM Modi also paid homage at the Kapur Memorial in Warsaw, Poland, situated next to the Monte Cassino Memorial. During World War II, a small village in Maharashtra named Valevade became a beacon of hope for the Polish refugees. India stood up and welcomed approximately 6,000 Polish individuals who fled Soviet repression between 1942 and 1948. This memorial is a tribute to the great royal family of Kolhapur. The royal family was at the forefront of providing shelter to Polish women and children displaced due to the Second World War. Inspired by the ideals of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the great royal family of Kolhapur put humanity above everything else and ensured a life of dignity for the Polish women and children. Humanity and compassion are vital foundations of a just and peaceful world, depicting which the Prime Minister also visited the Jamsahib of Navanagar Memorial in Warsaw. There he highlighted the humanitarian contribution of Jamsahib Digvijay Singh Ji, Ranjit Singh Ji Jadeja, who ensured shelter as well as care to Polish children left homeless due to the Second World War. Jamsahib is fondly remembered in Poland as Dobry Maharaja. He paid homage at the memorial. And joining us now live is Vishal Baristo from Warsaw, Poland. Vishal, is the stage set for Prime Minister's engagements on the second and final day of his visit to Poland?
Well, a very good morning to you, Moon. It's still good morning. We are 3.5 hours late than India. Yes, the stage is all set. Today, the Prime Minister is going to have bilaterals with both Prime Minister Donald Tusk and also the President. And also, he would be paying homage to the tomb of the unknown soldier. And then we would have a statement, press statement later in the day. It is going to be a very, very important day because yesterday, as you showed our viewers how the three events were all so lively and so packed with the Indian diaspora, and Prime Minister made it very clear in his speech that India is all for dialogue and diplomacy. This is not the time to fight because there are greater challenges, there are bigger challenges to fight the evils against humanity. He was hinting towards the evil of terrorism, the evils of pandemic, and why the world needs to stand together. He also referred to the motto of the G20, One Earth, One Family, One Future, and why India is focusing on inclusive growth because together we grow. This was his message. And he said that we want peace in the region, and that is why I am here after 45 years. And he said that I am very happy to be here. About a month back, I was there in Austria. That was first visit by any Indian Prime Minister in 40 years. So he said that the policy of my government is to go and reach out to all those who need our help, and if we can help and sort out other people's, other countries' problems, we are always there. India showed the way during the time of pandemic. More than 100 countries were supplied with medicines and paramedic stuff wherever it was required, whether it was in Africa, in Asia, and also in the Eastern Europe. So we are always there, and that is what his message was. And today, when he is going to meet the President and the Prime Minister of Poland, he would also carry the same message. But there are other issues as well, though Poland is our largest trading partner in the Central Europe, but still we need to take it to next level because $6 billion we stand today, $6 billion US dollars, but that is only 1/10 to what China is having with Poland. So to compete with our neighbors and also with other countries, and also to use all the opportunities that Poland provide and India has, both the countries need to focus more on other areas like pharmaceuticals. We are already there, but then artificial intelligence, space is another sector which Prime Minister also mentioned yesterday. So these are the areas that India is looking forward to, and Poland is also very keen, especially in the sector of digitization. In fact, the Deputy Foreign Minister, while speaking to DD India yesterday, said that India and Poland have a lot of opportunities, and there's still a lot of hope between as far as the economic growth is concerned. And why not? Because both countries value democracy, and both also are democratically elected, have a democratically elected government in their respective countries.
Yes, also, Vishal, since you're referring to the Prime Minister's address to the diaspora and a number of sectors he had mentioned, he'd also mentioned technology, green growth, clean energy. So are these some areas where discussions could also take place with the select Polish businessmen that the Prime Minister would be meeting, other than the areas that he pointed out?
Definitely, this is a very, very important issue that you've raised, and also the Prime Minister made it in his speech yesterday. Green energy, India wants to be the pioneer in green energy. Green hydrogen is one sector where India is focusing a lot. Then we also are working very keenly on the semiconductors. India wants to be the hub of semiconductors. We know that China is having its monopoly in semiconductors, and so does Taiwan. So India wants to become growing power in semiconductors and green energy, because green energy is the need of the hour. And Prime Minister said that we are walking the talk as far as the Paris Convention is concerned. We want to reduce the carbon footprint, and that is why we are focusing more and more on green energy that needs a special technology, and India is ready to offer that technology what we have to others, and especially to a country like Poland.
We'll leave it at that. Vishal Baristo reporting